Hello, welcome to the weekly review. This is coming out late, as are some of my videos from the last few days, last week. Didn't put out a video on Monday and Friday. Forgot to pre-record them ahead of time. That's extraneous, just pre-record them. Yeah, I thought I had videos queued up for those days, but I didn't. Um, kind of go over why and this little recap. Okay, recap of the week. Let's see what I remember. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a lot of social things going on. Had some friends come over. A friend with her, I guess, toddler daughter. She's old enough to talk and run around and start learning how to swim. That was really cool. And a bunch of our friends were over, and so we were all like protecting her while she was in the pool and making sure she didn't like hit her head or jump around or choke on water or whatever. So that was good. And then let's see, played some pickleball as well, which is going well. Still struggling, but getting better. And it's still fun, you know. It's good not to understand a sport fully. It's more interesting that way. And then Sunday, got my call with my friends. And then immediately after that, went to, this was new, a Malaysian tea room in Alameda. So they serve like finger food, like little snack sandwiches and little cute desserts and pastries and stuff. And they stack them up on these little towers, kind of. It's like a little tower holder with three plates. Just nice and neat. It's cute. Anyways, went there for a friend's birthday. So had a lot of tea, some snacks. It was good. Um, Funny little story from there. While we were there were a bunch of people, and some of them hadn't met before. And one of the people there was someone, my friend, my birthday girl, was someone she had met online, I think, about like keycaps for keyboards. Anyway, they never met before, and they're talking about this other girl who they had also never met, who makes keycaps. And as we were leaving, they were like, "Is that Annie, the girl who makes the keycaps?" And bam, it was Annie. And so I think, as far as I can tell, three women who had never met in real life before met that day. One of those meetings was planned, and the other was not. So, kind of a little fun fact about Sunday. I was surprised that I didn't get socialized out in those 2.5 days. A lot of times, what happens now is if I socialize with a large amount of people for a long time, especially if they're separate events, I tend to start getting stressed out. I withdraw. I tend to cancel my plans, unfortunately, because I just want to be alone. I don't want to deal with people, no matter who they are. So that didn't happen this weekend. So that was some progress. It was good. The main reason though behind my lack of videos, one, poor planning, but I've stepped up my running lately. Um, I still want to reach 2021 miles for this year, and I'm pretty behind, and I know how much work it can take to catch up. So I don't want to put in like all my work into like basically a month this year. I would like to spread that out over a few months. So trying to ramp up my mileage now to about like 50, 60 miles a week. And I'm hoping to push gradually beyond that. I know my maximum that I've done is 117. I would not like to do that again, but I'd like to push it at least to 90 this year, in a given week. So that'd be nice. That said, my body's not used to that anymore. Neither is my mind. So my body's kind of sore and tired. So that's been a little bit rough. It's been taking up more of my time and energy. Like I have to nap during the days after a run. I'll do like a morning run, and then I think I got it together. But then sometime in the early afternoon, I gotta take a nap before I keep doing stuff. Thank God I'm not working, I guess. At least just in this aspect of my life. So, anyways, that's been kind of keeping me preoccupied. I think that was mostly it. The other thing kind of accompanying this, a lot of I've been debating about what to call this episode actually. One of the things I have been debating, and maybe this will make it through, but this week has been a bit, or the last couple weeks have been kind of a bit of roller coaster. One roller coaster being my weight. I think 2 weeks ago, I was sitting at like pretty much an all-time high in weight. I was 176 pounds, or maybe 177. And I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I was able to, with the increased running I was doing, drop it all the way down to 162, which is good. That's closer to what I was at last year. And since this video is coming out late, I went to a birthday dinner with my friend at what do we call it? Sea Pot. Anyways, they have hot pot and Korean barbecue, and I went from 160. I weighed myself. I went from 166 all the way back up to 171 after dinner. I felt so uncomfortable. I mean, that's my fault. But I ate so much, and I guess I ate like 5 pounds of food. And I still had more food left, like a little bit. I felt really sad. I never waste a lot of food, but wasting any food at all makes me sad, and I wasted a tiny bit. So, but I couldn't do it. I was just, I figured if I ate any more, I might throw up. I was just so packed with food. It's ridiculous. It's good though. Hot pot. I put in some like a miso broth, udon noodles, throw in like some meat, some vegetables, and then Korean barbecue. Grill it in the middle. We had a whole bunch of different things. Anyways, it was great. Great time. Okay. And the other roller coaster, and this is inspired by something that kind of happened because of the birthday thing on Sunday in the tea room. So, like I was saying, my friend Yvonne, it was her birthday, and there were a bunch of people there. I knew some of them. I didn't know. I knew about half, didn't know half. And there was a girl there, and we didn't even spend that much time talking to each other, but it reminded me, and this is going to be a review of one of my weaknesses, and that is how romance. Romance is a big weakness of mine, I gotta say. And this girl, we didn't even spend a lot of time talking together. I don't even know if our interests are really all that matching, but I found her really attractive. Um, you know, Cute, composed, seems like she's smart and got herself together. Um, and we were just there for like a couple hours, and yet, had a big like mental emotional impact, and she's kind of been on my mind for a few days. Yeah, I feel like, girls, woman, I should start calling them woman now. I'm 30. Woman of my life. Pff. I mean, I haven't even dated most of the women that I'm talking about, or girls, whatever. Um, but they stay in my mind and they affect me for better or for worse, and a lot of times it's worse. Just because of how much like they influence my thoughts, my emotions, whether they know it or not. And I obsess, over them. Uh, Not really in a creepy way. I'm sure people disagree, agree. I don't know, but yeah, it's just hard for me to get over, girls that I'm attracted to, regardless of whether we go out or not. And I remember all of the like people like the people I've been strongly attracted to. Call it what you will, a crush, whatever. Starting from first grade, I remember every single one. I'm not gonna list them all here because that'd just be boring. It'd just be a list of people that you may or may not know. Um, yeah, but I mean, I remember every single one starting from first grade. Um, The good thing, I will say this, is that the years in which I found someone that I'm strongly attracted to, right? And I'm attracted to for like pretty much the whole year or more, I feel like I try harder at life, because I have someone who I'm like working for. And you know what? You can call it lame, you can call it sad, sure, whatever. But whatever, gets me motivated to do better at life, right? I think that part's a good thing. But the bad thing is, there's gonna be multiple bad things. Let's be real here. One of the bad things is that becomes a sort of dependence or reliance, and so when that's not there, it's been missing a lot in my 20s, my motivation flags like get a bit more depressed and apathetic and whatever. And so that's kind of an issue. The another issue, like I said before, is I just spend a lot of time thinking about them. Um, a third problem would be, I've only been in a couple relationships, but each time it's ended, even the one that ended better, I just been kind of a zombie after. I'm just so shaken up. I'm like messed up. I lose a lot of reasoning. I start self doubting and just like there's no point to my life at that point. And there's a lot of lying down, a lot of just like mental and sometimes real crying. Just I feel like a zombie. There aren't emotions. I don't Not a lot happening in my brain and my heart. Uh, yeah. Usually for the few months after, I don't really talk to people very much. Just kind of do the minimum amount of work in my life. And I lay in bed on the ground, and couches and chairs. I lay down a lot. I mope. I wallow. So yeah, romance, man, messes me up. I mean, I'm not the only one out there, but I place so much value on romantic relationships and feelings that I think it's to my detriment. And it's not like I don't want this to be a weakness, right? But it's just something, it's I guess really what I'm talking about here is a double-edged sword. You want something so much that when you can't have it, it hurts. It messes you up, you know. So, and when you do want it and you do get it, it drives you to become something more, drives you to become something greater than perhaps you thought you would be. Uh, but for a lot of my life, it's been that other blade, that other edge. And I'm not blaming other people for it. I'm just saying this is an issue, and it would be nice if I could mitigate some of these effects, maybe learn how to place more value into other things as opposed to romantic relationships. But yeah, just ever since a kid, I've always wanted to have a really good, strong, valuable romantic relationship. Um, find the right girl, you know. It is funny though, little side note. Growing up, I was mostly attracted to like typically white and Asian and maybe mixed white Asian girls. Only two girls I've ever dated, both Mexican. One was, Mexican and Persian, so mixed. Other one was just Mexican. And also, curly hair because I always, I don't know, aesthetically found straight hair more attractive. But I mean, both my girlfriends ever, uh, really attractive ladies, both curly haired and both not white or Asian. So just one of those funny things where like, you know, you have an idea of what you want, but the details sometimes don't shake out to be what you're expecting at all. And that was, kind of a nice surprise in life to just be like, hey, don't be so narrow minded about your tastes, right? Um, and that applies to other things, music, food, whatever, different parts of life. Yeah. Anyways, trying not to let romantic feelings sway me too much. Yeah, I especially sometimes, you get tongue tied and nervous and it fucks you up. You're making choices you normally wouldn't, for better or for worse, but you get more impulsive. At least I do. Definitely like joined some clubs and done some events that I normally wouldn't have, and it's been pretty good. But yeah, I should put more thought process into what I'm doing before I do it. Wouldn't have joined chocolate club in high school if it weren't for a girl, and that was pretty pointless. I didn't really care about it. It was like fun, but don't think I would do it again given the choice. Anyways, if you're a sucker out there for love, um, I don't know. Do I applaud you? Because I'm rooting for you, just like I'm rooting for me? Or do I say you're a fucking idiot, just like me? Because I feel like an idiot about it sometimes, right? Anyways, I mean, kind of trying to get this back onto a good tack, a good direction. When I see, people in good romantic relationships, oh, it makes me so happy. My friends with good, solid girlfriends and boyfriends. And, what I mean by good and solid is that the relationship is good and solid. The aesthetic and the style of the relationship, I don't give a fuck. If both people are happy and in the way they want and it's a healthy way of getting there, I don't care if like you're both introverts, both extroverts, you're a mix. You have interests that align, totally different interests. You make each other happy, make each other better. That's in the end, that's what matters, right? And that's what I'm looking for. I want someone that I can inspire, and however I'm going to do that, and in turn, they also inspire me. And I've always kind of thought of it as like, I mean, this is not going to be scientifically accurate, I don't think, but you have a light source in between two mirrors facing each other, and they just reflect the light upon each other and magnify it and reflect it. Maybe not magnify it, but they reflect it, into each other forever. And that's something beautiful. So, anyways, don't think that's too accurate, but always thought of it kind of like that. Anyways, I should probably be focusing on other and more important things, more relevant and plausible things in life right now, as opposed to women, to girls. 'Cause once I get rolling on that, I get in a mood. Anyways, hope you're all doing okay. Keeping a steady, happy mood out there. And hopefully, I will have something for you all on Friday and also make up for the last two missed videos, one Financial Friday and one Media Memory Monday. All right. Thank you for listening, and I will see ya. Bye.